Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Coalition. My name is Dana, and I'm here to give you a nice reaction to the footage that I was able to see from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I'm not talking about footage from leaks or anything else. I'm talking about official footage. I was invited by Marvel to check out the first 20 minutes of the movie. So I'm going to just kind of give my light reaction. No spoilers. I am not the internet. I believe that everyone should enjoy the movie without any spoilers. So I'm not going to tell you any of that. But what I will say is this right off the bat, this is an action packed adventure. It does not seem to take any pauses or breaks. It thrusts you right into the story of what you can expect from this movie. Right away, as we already know, we're dealing with the multiverse, and boom, right off the bat, we're dealing with things that I'm not going to talk about. But what we have seen from the trailers is we have seen, there are certain monsters and creatures that come awry in New York City, and we're dealing with that. Another thing I wanted to mention: the cast is absolutely superb. Obviously, but we see a Doctor Strange with a bit more of a maturity about him. We've seen that before. He kind of bared that responsibility of what happened in the events of Endgame and also with Infinity War. It was really on his shoulders to people to put trust in him and say it's going to be okay. And he happened to be proven right because he was able to see the different possibilities and to know which one would work. But being a savior of in a universe, or just in general, just being a superhero and a savior, there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make. And we've seen that with previous Disney Plus shows kind of tackle that as well. We had Falcon and Winter Soldier. We saw how, PTSD, and we also showed how family ties are also kind of severed, and you wasn't really here for us, but you was here for the world, that kind of situation. And so Doctor Strange is really reflective upon this. He's reflective upon a lot of what could have been. And just in general, not talking about the movie, but in general, there's a lot of times that we wonder what would have been or what could have been if we did that, or if we walked down that street, or if we said yes or no to a certain situation. And that's kind of what this movie touches upon: reflections of life of what could have been if. And without any, again, no spoilers, I really liked the seriousness of that. I liked that kind of maturity that we have that was being presented. And also, just in general, overall, we've kind of gotten to know these characters so much that this movie does offer another side to the characters that we haven't seen before. And that goes for a multitude of characters. And I don't know why my phone is going off, but it goes for a multitude of characters. And so overall, this was very mature. This was really great from what I saw from the first 20 minutes. It jumps you right into the action. Also, we do know that we're having, what was her name? Sorry, Sochi Gomez. She is playing America Chavez, and she, usually when it comes to like, oh, there's kids in this movie, this is going to be a kids movie. It's not. It's not that. She happens to be a kid, but she's very mature for what she's doing. She knows her task. She knows what it is. Her life purpose is kind of to be in that movie, how it's served. And so she plays it with such focus and energy that it does not feel like, oh, this is childlike behavior. We had that kind of before with previous Disney Plus shows, or this is too childish. I don't really think I like this. But it really does show the maturity of the character. And also on top of that, if you look back at No Way Home, I really believe that Doctor Strange, him interacting with Peter, it kind of gave him that kind of foundation to dealing with kids or teenagers just in general, where with Peter, it really kind of frustrated him. You see him go through the different emotions. He was crying at the end, I'm gonna miss you, kid, with in regards to No Way Home. So you had him dealing with that, and you had him kind of not wanting Peter to die, and then different things that was going on within the previous Disney Plus and also Marvel movies, that you really do see that built the foundation for him to be able to interact with America without such disgust. Because you can kind of see he didn't want anything to do with Peter. He was a little disgusted. He's my wayward stepson that I have to, you know, watch out for, and the whole spell thing and how frustrated he got with that. But with this, I really feel that, like I said, it gave the foundation. He's more grounded. And that's really overall that I can talk about. The action is phenomenal. Once again, right away, you're just thrust into this universe. and you just take it for what it is, and there's things that's flying at you. There's going to be a lot of different monsters and different lot of things that I can't talk about. But again, it seems like everything serves a purpose. It's for a reason. It's action packed. Sam Raimi is at his best. It gets weird. It gets kooky. It gets amazing. So this is something that you definitely should check out. I know a lot of people are like, I'm tired of Marvel. Okay, it comes on June 20th on Disney Plus, so maybe you could check it out then. But I know that Disney and Marvel overall have probably lost a lot of people, but this is the movie that you really want to watch. So I'll be back with a full review, non-spoiler, and then later on with a spoiler. And we also have interviews coming from the cast. I was part of the press conference, and we're going to go into more detail as to the character and the purpose and what's going on with this movie. And I have an interview with the director, Sam Raimi. So I will see you later overall. So thank you very much for watching, and check you soon this weekend.